and jump in the ring. Where Mother Bell at?
That's the wrong one.
Oh man, I have that effect on technology. See, I was really trying to get that story done. There we go. There we go. So it's my turn to get on in that ring. Y'all know I think I'm Ric Flair's black daughter down here in Miami, Florida. Woo! Listen, I ain't gonna play. I ain't gonna play. Andre the Giant don't want nothing with me. The Big Show with all of that big talking and big time, tomfoolery while you around here leaving all these free pounds on the table that you could be busting through. Listen, hold my mule, hold my mule, hold my mule, because I'm coming through. I'm coming through. So, for those of you who've never heard this little Miami Peaches voice down here, I am Shawnte Health Wells. I'm Mabel's granddaughter, hailing you from the great state of Miami. Look at me, talking about Miami as a state. Y'all know what I mean. I'm just joking. Miami, Florida. Yeah, yeah, the 305, baby. I'm coming through all the way because I need you to understand this. I need to free your metabolism. I need you to get free with your metabolism. I need to free it. I need to free it. I need you to stop talking noise about it. I need you to stop being jealous of somebody else's metabolism. I need you to mind your metabo business. See, I need you to understand this. Are there some differences? Have there been a few people? And listen, I have done this for a very long time, 24 and a half years, right? And there's not very many people that I come across that have that genetic makeup like a LeBron, right? There are some people who have been gifted with more muscle mass, meaning than what the average human frame carries for their size, for their height, right? That ain't your business. That ain't your business. Listen, it don't matter. None of that matter if Judas got you locked up, tied up, and tangled up. If Judas is in your cupboards, if Judas is in your pantry, if Judas is in your kitchen. I'm just saying, if Judas is on your plate, listen, the advantages won't matter. Listen, there are strategies that you can use. Listen, I ain't gonna play. I ain't gonna play. So I want you to understand, if I can get a sedentary grandmother who was not someone that was physically active, who is not someone that actually, was an athlete or anything like that, to drop 10.8 pounds. I don't know if you understand how much calorie money I had this young lady, as I like to call her, spend. It's 3,500 calories in a pound. So you do the math. You do the math. We was closer to the 11 pounds. And probably had we not did the cafe con leche and a couple other things in New York City, she would have met that 11 pound. But see, I'm not playing because I'm not a novice at this. See, there's a lot of noise that's out there. There's a whole lot of tomfoolery that's out there in the marketplace. I work in sports medicine. We have a whole other approach. We have a whole other way at which we go about things. There's a reason why a lot of physicians are now trying to tap in and want to do business with pro teams. There's a reason why that people are finally coming and trying to see, hey, what's behind this curtain? How they getting this stuff done? Yeah, things that people said couldn't be done. Like, oh, you can't lose 3 pounds in a day. I got somebody on a witness on the stage right now who can tell you it absolutely can be done in a day, and even more can be done in a 24-hour period. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So don't say it again. Say it one more again. Where that testimony at?
Yes, it can. Yes, it can.
Whoop de whoop. So I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. I got receipts. I got receipts. And maybe you're not like some of my past athletes who are trying to avoid a fine from the NFL or a fine from the NBA. Maybe that's not your story. And that's okay. Maybe you just want to shoot. You want to see if you could just drop a half a pound from today to tomorrow. And I'm here to assure you that you absolutely can. But you got to quiet the noise. You got to stop talking trash about your metabolism. Stop sitting up here, talking about what you don't like when it comes down to water. Stop hating on you. That's step one. Can we stop talking all this foolishness? You gossiping about yourself. You gossiping about the thing that is in you that you are made of. See, water is the way. Water is the way. Here, let me give you a little science lesson to help you understand what happens when it comes down to weight. So you ever heard this thing about like water like floats, like like the buoyancy, like how water will rise to the top of I mean the fat will rise to the top of the water. Like look at it as Water pushes fat out of the way. So the more you increase your water intake, which is why a smart health scale is so much better than a traditional scale, it pushes the fat away. It pushes the fat away. I'm gonna say it again. It pushes the fat away. So when you think about buoyancy, when you think about, go back to your elementary, science class when it was talking about how you notice how oil floats on top of water. You notice that? You notice how they don't mix? What you think fat is? What you think fat is? Okay. I was a little too country, sounded like my mama, right? But that's what it is. I'm trying to make it plain and simple and easy for you to understand so that you can see the vision. You got 60,000 miles that has to be covered in water each day coursing through your veins. You got a 60,000-mile canal system running through you. And you mean to tell me you're going to sit up here and say, I'd rather drink pee instead of water? Yeah, I said pee. Because see, when you dehydrate yourself, when you don't have enough water, it's the equivalent of drinking pee. Your body has to snatch back the pee that it was actually about to put out and go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me use the proper term. Urine. It has to snatch it back. And that is 60,000 miles of running through your body. You don't think that's going to have an effect on your stress levels? You chemically stressing yourself from the inside out. You don't think that it's going to make you actually store more visceral fat, increase your visceral fat? So here's something that your visceral fat loves. It loves high prolonged cortisol. It loves it because you know what happens when the cortisol stays high beyond the time and limits that it should because you stressed yourself from not getting enough water. This is how important water is. I'm trying to reverse engineer it so I can set somebody free here today. I need you to understand that vibranium shield, now your fat got some protection like vibranium. You know how those of you who've watched the Black Panther or any of the Civil War and all of those things on Marvel and how nothing can penetrate the vibranium shield? That's what starts to happen when you continue to give your visceral fat, listen, a vibranium shield called high cortisol. And so now it starts to actually encase itself and create and produce something called ceramides. And ceramides helps it do just like the juggernaut and get bigger. Like Thanos. You know how Thanos was collecting them rings? Why would you do that when you could actually change the tides in your favor with water? You can actually increase your metabolic rate with water. You can raise your resting burn rate with water. You can help your body's energy store. See, I'm talking to you about some weight, but I'm talking to you about the bigger thing here, which is your metabolism. Your metabolism supplies energy for every body system. All of your body systems, everything that makes up you is dependent on your metabolism. I need you to mind your metabolic business today. I need you to mind your metabolic business today. I need you to stop drinking urine and I need you to start drinking the water. So if you think your non-decision, if your inaction is going to get you to be, listen, the devil is a big old fat, juicy, extra crispy lie. It's not. It's not. You're creating a vibranium shield around your cells, and you're creating an environment for increase. And the older you get, the harder it is. Because see, when your metabolism is locked up, tied up, and beat up and abused, guess what else is also beat up and abused? Abused. Let me speak a little more proper here. Your immune system. Your immune system. Do you realize the majority of your immune system is right next to your digestive system? Guess what else gets hampered when your metabolism is fighting? Because see, when you hear the word metabolism, I need you to hear the word energy. I need you to hear the word energy. Energy source. I need you to see energy versus just the scale. Your metabolic rate affects that scale number, but your metabolism is your energy source. It's your energy source. It can help you. And here's the thing, water is made through and through you. 60,000 miles. Think about how long 60,000 miles is. That's a lot of water. You are a waterway. Water responds to the words that you say. Water responds to the actions that you take. Water is the way. I'm not playing when I'm telling you about the superhydration period. You can look this term up. There's something called water-induced thermogenesis. for those of you who love to, deep dive into things like this. Water-induced thermogenesis. That's what we tapping into. That's what I had this beautiful young lady that I call Grandma, up in the Northeast. I had her tap into water-induced thermogenesis. Here's the gift that keeps on giving. With water, you have to give your body time to lower your cortisol levels so that it can actually burn fat more. You also need to be able to help your insulin levels fall low enough so that your body can move out of fat storage mode into fat oxidation mode. That's what happens. So your body can't for energy because cortisol is too high or insulin is too high. And when we're constantly eating, guess what? Your body has to now, all right, we gotta go ahead and we can burn carbs, but we can't burn the fat. We can't burn fat in those states. So I need you to understand how you can tap in. Water is the way. Water is the way. Yes, spoil your appetite. Your mama said, don't spoil your appetite. Your daddy said, don't spoil your appetite. Shawnte Health Wells is sitting here telling you to spoil your appetite. Spoil it with water. And here's how you're going to scientifically spoil it. You're going to send the signal for GLP-1 that your body naturally make, so that way you can tell that peptide called insulin to go ahead. Thank you for your service. We don't need as much of you right now. Right now, who we need on the street is GLP-1, CCK, and that peptide called PYY. Pretty young yang. These are your satiety hormones, along with leptin. That's what water can do. If you're willing to actually drink 20 to 30 minutes before a meal, 20 to 30 minutes before a meal, 20 to 30 minutes before a meal. Here's something that you can do on the tail end if you are willing to do a 24-hour liquid fast. I didn't say just an all water fast. I said liquid. That liquid can include bone broth. Bone broth is a game changer. There is a reason why. I don't know if the public really knows that there was a woman, there's a PhD, clinical nutritionist, and she specialized in sports medicine specifically. But her main client was Kobe Bryant. She designed a recipe of bone broth for him. He did a lot of the things that he did. He recovered even faster than he normally would have, even faster than what those of us who work in sports medicine as athletic trainers could get him to. That bone broth was a key. He traveled. This lady went on the road. They would actually go into restaurants. I don't know if some of y'all realize that team meetings actually happen in the restaurant. Sometimes they'll even shut down a restaurant to have, a team meeting and only have the chefs there and prepare certain things. Some players like LeBron, like a Ray Allen and others, they will travel with their own folks. LL Cool J is another one. Kobe traveled with his own person to have that bone broth made. It gave him an advantage. Bone broth can do wonders for your metabolism. Bone broth can do wonders for your recovery. Your muscles and bones are the way, but it can also help you extend the fast. I'm not telling you something that I heard. I'm telling you something that I know as well as I know my name is Shawn Taylor. The water and the ask me some questions. Yes.
Because now I see a lot of bones. it shelf life stable? Or do we just go get some beef bones and boil them until the cows come home? What do we do?
I don't have one that I specifically like recommend. I would say utilize the Yuka app. Utilize that Yuka app that I've encouraged all of you to go ahead and download and scan it and to see so that way it could actually do it for you. If you're not going to make one on your own at home, a lot of the people that I've worked with, they just make it themselves. Some will go to Whole Foods. You have a better chance, there with finding less foolishness. Not to say it's guaranteed to not have foolishness in there, but you're less likely when you go to Sprouts or Trader Joe's or one of those, or a farmer's market. But use the Yuka app. The Yuka app will absolutely scan that bad boy, and that way you can see whether it's a thumbs up or thumbs down. But the Yuka app would be my recommendation, you guys.
Can I ask you a question too?
Absolutely, go for it.
Somebody that has a lot of heart problems, you have to be careful about your water intake. I mean, it's not just generally, you are to because of water retention and everything like that. You have to be careful that you don't overdo with water. But I just recently had a blood test, and my doctor said my renal panel was low, and I don't know if I take supplements. I take L-creatinine, leucine. I take Zeal, which has got up tremendously. I don't know if you know what Zeal is. It's a supplement. It's been around for a long time. I'm very careful. Of course, I am old, but I am careful about what I eat, and I don't eat a lot of the meals that they serve here at the senior apartment because they serve pure carbs and sugar. And I can't, I have to eat here because I pay for the food, but I'm having a meeting with the manager today, and I don't know if there's anything we can do about the way we eat. I don't think so. But what would cause a renal panel? I'm not sure if you know or what it means.
No, ma'am, that would be a question. That would be a question for our resident connect you with her, and I can pass your question along to her. That's above my pay grade. So
Yeah. And I'm very at 88. I mean, I'm healthy in a way. Other people aren't because I'm aware of what I'm doing. I'm trying to be together, and I just wondered if some of the supplements. I don't know if supplements or Zeal or the L-creatinine, the leucine can be harmful. Because sometimes you can take something that doesn't. You know what I mean? I don't know.
yeah, so what I can do, Jenny, if you can forward me your thing, I can forward it to a physician. If Natasha doesn't have time to do it, I can certainly get you some answers. But you can book an appointment with me, Jenny, and I got you covered. But I'm thinking supplements could be a problem too. Pastor Jeff, I heard you unmute. Go for it.
I'm always speaking for inquiring minds. And the inquiring minds, why is all of this science so important? The inquiring minds want to know, can't they just move their body, exercise, and do their little diet? They really want to know what is the difference? What is the difference in all of this science? All of that science stuff.
Movement is medicine. Movement with a push, down your throat. But here's the thing that I need you to also understand. You can't outrun that fork. I'm living